ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ಜಗವೇ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ಜಗವೇ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Subha Pardesi. Now I call Professor Vijay Kumar Mishri to present welcome speech. Sir, Vijay Kumar sir, over to you.
Okay, sir. Good morning, everybody. I, Professor Vijay Kumar Mishri, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Indian Society, Arts and Commerce College, Saudati. I feel elated to extend a warm and cheerful welcome to you all to this one-day national COVID-19 pandemic impact on youth, organized by Department of Sociology. First of all, on behalf of our management, on behalf of our institution, on behalf of all faculty members, I extend a warm and cordial welcome to the chief guest of today's webinar, Dr. Hanumagowda C., Karnataka University, Dharwad. Sir, you are welcome to this webinar.
Thank you, sir.
Next,
Thank you.
on behalf of all present here, I extend a gracious welcome to our revered principal, Professor Maruti Dombar. Sir, you are welcome to this webinar. Next of all, I extend a hearty welcome to Professor Sautikar, HOD, Sociology. Sir, you are welcome. Without taking much of your time, I extend a hospitable welcome to all participants present here. Welcome to you all. I sincerely thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, one and all. Over to Kaujgiri, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I call Dr. N.R. Sautikar, sir, HOD of Sociology Department, to introduce guest of today's function. Sautikar, sir, so over to you.
Good morning, one and all. I, Dr. N.R. Sautikar, HOD of Sociology, take the privilege to introduce our today's resource person, Dr. Hanumagowda C., Assistant Professor of Sociology, Karnataka University, Dharwad. He completed MA, MPhil and PhD degree from Karnataka University, Dharwad. He has 16 years teaching and 21 years research experience. He has published 2 books and 3 edited books. His 33 research papers and articles published in international, national, and state level journals. Under his guide and supervision, 3 MPhil and PhD students completed their PhD, and 3 research students submitted their PhD thesis. And also sir has presented 7 papers in international, national, and state level conferences and seminars. Experience in research projects. He has 9 projects, including 3 action research and handled 3 research projects. I am truly happy, honored and proud to have Dr. Hanumagowda C. with so many academic achievements and being today's resource person. We once again welcome you, sir. Thank you, and all.
Thank you, sir. Now, so now the presentation for today's chief guest, Dr. Hanumagowda C., Assistant Professor, Department of Sociology, Karnataka University, Dharwad. Sir, it's over to you. So, unmute yourself, sir.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Sir, am I audible?
Sir, it's now it's you have to make a full screen of this.
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, just full screen.
Very good morning to all of you. I'm very happy to See, sir, you see.
It's not in full speed. So bottom of the slide, it is one option, full speed option. Okay, sir. Continue.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible. Continue, sir.
Very good morning to all of you. Thank you. Thank you an opportunity to give share with some ideas about COVID pandemic impact on youth. I am very heartful thanks to the principal society SVS Building Arts and Commerce College Saudati, Professor Dumbar sir, and also thank you very much for this kind of the facility to me assigned by our senior and elder brother, Dr. N.R. Sautekar Chi, and the respected Dr. Badami sir and other teaching colleagues of the college and non-teaching staff and other fraternity of sociology family, and also the very youngsters, friends, and so that today I would like to share some views on related to COVID-19 pandemic. Because of my lecture has been divided into some important parts. First of all, I would like to share some views or concept of youth and COVID-19. And the second part will be covered the global scenario of pandemic. And the third one is some users methods for to assess the pandemic, and also to cover some important research findings to deal with some important aspect, how its impact on education, especially education, health, especially mental health on youth. And I would also discuss some important measures for prevention of COVID-19. So on these aspects, we try I have a little bit knowledge about this area. So I will try our level best to say some ways, so that as you know, the COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on the world scenario, especially world society. Especially, it impacts on socially, economically, politically, and culturally, resulting in global scenario. It creates global recession. The COVID-19 pandemic has created severe disruption in the family, marriage, occupation, education systems, lifestyle, behavior, and is threatening a loss. The pandemic has been felt particularly strongly by young people. It more focus on the areas which have been most impacted to date: education, mobility, youth employment, youth work, and youth organization, and mental health, and well-being, and others. And now come to before we are going to discuss how it's the COVID impact on youth, it need to know the conceptual clarification about these two concepts. Because of today's topic is COVID-19 pandemic impact on youth. So it need to discuss these two issues or concept. One is youth, the another one is COVID-19. Dear friends, youth is the time of life when one is young and often means the time between childhood and adulthood. It means the age, those who are age between it means every human life has categorized into different stages. In between the youth age or youths are in between the age of the stage of childhood and adulthood. And it is also defined as the appearance, freshness, vigor, spirit, etc. characteristics of one who is young. Its definition of a specific age range varies as youth is not defined chronologically as a stage that can be tied to a specific age range. Nor can its end point to be linked to specific activities such as taking unpaid work or having sexual relations. It means we can say in simple words, those who are, when we try to understanding the concept of youth, is basically a specific age category considered. Some disturbance. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So that when we try to understanding the concept of youth, to be considered a specific age ranges from one particular age group to another, so that it is linked to a specific activities like those who are involved in a certain kind of the work. It is very essential to consider. So that when we look at the youth, so that when we consider India is a land of youth. So Indian when we look at the considered and defined youth, especially the various, it is vary from country to country. So that traditionally we considered those who are 13 to 15 years age group of the people, they are treated as youth. But in the researchers' views, those who are aged between 10 to 13 years, 30 years, and UNO has defined those who are in between the age from 15 to 29, they are treated as youths. So that biologically, the age, those who are having 13 to 20 years, they are treated as youths. And most probably, the UNO definition has accepted most of the countries, so that when we try to know the another concept, that is COVID-19. I think that today we are in the pandemic era, as you have already known that, but I'll try to recap those issues. The concept COVID-19, it stands from the coronavirus disease, corona, V for virus immunodeficiency. So that it emerges in the year 2019. So that we named as COVID-19. So that it is defined as illness caused by a novel coronavirus, now called a severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, that is SARS-CoV-2, formerly called 2019. So that it was first identified amid an outbreak of respiratory illness cases in Wuhan city, Hebei province in China. And it was initially reported to the WHO, World Health Organization, on December 31st, 2019. Afterwards, in January 10, 2020, WHO has declared the COVID-19 outbreak a global health emergency and treated as pandemic disease. So after...
Sir, sorry for the disturbance, sir.
Yes,
sir. Please make it large, sir.
Okay.
Full screen madi, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Full screen madi, sir. Ah, okay. Now it is visible. Full screen. Okay. Continue, sir.
Now come to the global scenario on COVID-19. This data I borrowed from the sources of Rajavani Kannada newspaper in today, 13/7/2011. As you already know that the global scenario, the total COVID infected cases are 18.78 crore. In active cases are 1.20 crores, and they are free from COVID 17.17 crore, and deaths are 40.52 lakhs. And these are, and also when we look at the, it is vary from country to country. Spain, especially in Spain, 21.879 lakhs cases maybe had been identified. In Britain, 31.614 positive cases are identified, and in Russia, 20.033 lakhs active cases were identified. In America, America 48.65 lakhs, and Brazil 9.68 lakhs, and in Britain 6.33 lakhs, and when we look at the Indian scenario, it 3.09 crore cases were identified, and especially active cases are now reduced in the after second wave, 3 crore out of 4.25. Active cases are 3 crores, and the deaths from 19 to today 4.10 lakh. And so that when we look at the highest cases were identified in Maharashtra, Delhi, as followed Tamil Nadu and Kerala also. In Maharashtra, 1.26 lakh. In Delhi, 25.018 lakh. And in Tamil Nadu, 33.45 lakh. In Kerala, 30.73 lakhs. So these are an important scenario, the whole population of the global scenario, not particularly the particular age group. This data shows the overall the scenario who are suffered from the COVID-19. Now come to the another important source, as you know, the UNICEF has identified there are more than 2.2 million children and youths are in the world, which constitute approximately 28% of the world population. Those aged between 10 to 19 years make up 16% of the youths and children were suffered from the COVID-19 pandemic. So it means out of the population, of the youths, 16% of the youths were affected and were suffered in a different manner. And when we look at the scenario of these kind of the data shows, based on the survey method, many researchers and research institutions has been carried out for the analysis of the data, particularly the Canadian researcher group has had conducting a survey on especially related to the health behaviors of children and youth were defined according to the 24-hour movement guidelines for children and youth. Some key content areas were developed by applying socio-ecological method. With the help of the socio-ecological method, these Canadian group were carried out or were developed measures for surveying and to identify the COVID-19 cases. And the survey included parental and child demographics, current movement behaviors, change in child's movement and play behaviors, and parental support for their child's movement and play behaviors. So that the Canadian group has adapted the correlation coefficient method for testing and assessed the participation of those who are especially the person like parent and children's who are involved in how their parent are supported for their children's for how it has been, what kind of behavioral changes, particularly in children's like youths also. So these are also very importantly considered, so that the linear relationship and correlations statistical test method was applied for measuring the health behavior of the children and especially youth in particularly. Based on these views, the Canadian group has consist of 11 researchers. They find out, especially during the lockdown, it either first, it starts from first lockdown, first wave, second wave. In some countries, we are seeing they are entering into the third and fourth wave also. So based on the different ways, these Canadian group have I find out, and based on their survey method, they are shown in the this chart. So this chart, with the help of the Canadian group for research findings, we came to know that this is 1 to 3 is those who are scored less than 3 is to lesser proportionate, and more than 3 ranges is more actively, or it has been it shows the more numbers of the activities involved in the particular stakeholders, in particularly childs, youths, and parents. So during the lockdown, especially you have seen the points, the tick mark. It shows the family time secondary. The family time in sedentary behaviors is lesser. It is higher because of due to always living in the staying at the home due to mental pressure. So the sedentary behavior is more in particularly children and youths, and family time in physical activity is less because of always staying at home during the pandemic time. So physical activity has been reduced, and the spent outdoor activities are also calmed down because of not allowed to outgoing from the house. So that at the same time, the healthy movement of behavior has been also reduced because of the always we are not able to the outgoing the home. So due to certain kinds of the restrictions imposed by certain kind of limitations or restrictions. So healthy movement of behavior has also calmed down, and it seemed the sleeping quality has been increased because of the sleeping also very essential to have a kind of it increase our immunity, and we relax physically and mentally also, and the sleeping time has been increased during the lockdown. And social media, when always most of the people or most of these groups like children and youth are always in the home, they are busy with the social media like WhatsApp, messages, SMS, and videos, call, and others. And the screen time is also larger in size, and the walking has been reduced. Indoor games has been also declined, and outdoor game also declined, and but indoor play are more because of the parents they try to play with their children. So the kind of rate, outdoor play rate has been increased. So these data is very important for understanding. With the help of these data, we try to know the youths and children, how they are how are very important, how they are involved in different kinds of the activities during the lockdown in pandemic time. And now come to with the help of some important aspects to discuss about its impact. Definitely, we are very well known about the COVID-19 pandemic, its impact on globally, and not only one stream of the society, it includes a large population. It includes the different age groups. Because of the age group and the age, middle age, as followed by the youth and children also in a smaller size. So that the old age people have most suffering groups during the first wave. And in the second wave, like the middle age group, those who are middle age group, were affected on COVID-19. According to some scholars, especially those who are expertise on the assessment of the pandemic, in the third wave, particularly in India, it may be predicted. In the third wave, it starts from in the month of September or October. The larger population of children will be an affected group, so that it need to be take care for away from the kind of the diseases. So based on these views, the children and adolescents and so that are very an important group, because of especially on school and college going students, were largely group due to pandemic COVID-19. These many cases, like in the Indian scenario, most of the schools were closed. Not only India, the whole world, many countries, school colleges were kept closed during the lockdown period. Especially to continue allow the girls opportunity to continue their education and move away from traditional norms, due to when they are living in the home, most of the families were directly forced to the girl children to doing traditional works. And also in many cases, many researchers find out that due to pandemic and lockdown of the lockdown of the schools, closed the schools and colleges. Many girls, children have married to because of it means child marriage, especially girl child marriage rate has been increased, especially in a rural family. The rate has been increased. It is a bad sign of the girls, the women empowerment. And also in many families, especially on school going and college going students, when they are try to involved in the online classes, the traditional roles, apart from the traditional roles, they are try to understanding the classes, the subject through online mode. So this is a big challenge to the school going and college going students, so that it is very negatively affect on the school and college going students, and most of the school children's and college students, especially those families have belong to the poor and below poverty line. They are the parents are forced to to do their agriculture and their labor work along with their parents. They left out the online classes due to economical problems, and not able to have purchasing the smartphone and other basic facilities. So that this is also and also those who are engaged in the classes, especially in youth, through their social media. Most of the some students, some youths are not concentrated on the hearing or to learn about the subject. There are many of students were dilute in other social medias. This is a different, and also these are also some scenario could be identified. When we look at another important aspects on, it impacts on especially the COVID impact on youth employment. So that the COVID-19 has pushed youth, especially ages from 18 to 29, out of the labor market. According to International Labour Organization 2020, 1 in 6 young people have had stopped working due to the pandemic. Out of the 6 youths, 1 young people have involved in the stop their education and to involve in the different kinds of the works. This has meant that youth unemployment rates have been increased, and in turn increased demand for employment among youth. On the other hand, the youth who are still employed report a considerable increase in their working hours, which means job burnout and difficulty in disconnecting from work during the pandemic. So that it also find out that it impacts on youth who are employed. They are losses their jobs and migrated from urban areas to their rural areas. Especially the migration rate has been increased. As being a sociologist is more concerned with the migration and how its impact on the family, marriage, and the behavior, lifestyle, as well as occupation and their family income to be considered. So that especially the ages 18 to 34, it is some important data will be the figure contrast with the EU average, which stands at 70%. So that it means the previous data is inverted when asking about the labor demand they are having. Youth is at 33%, while the European Union average is at 30%, and for people over 30% at 23%. And it also observed that 30% of youth felt exhausted at the end of their working day because of due to the long hours, working pattern, and the more physical related work. We have look at the Indian scenario. Most of the rural youths are when they are loses their employment opportunity, employment in the urban areas, they were migrated to their native place like rural areas. They are engaging in the Narega Yojana. They are work due to the physical exercises. Many graduate and postgraduate students, youths are involved in MNREGA for seeking their life, for seeking their livelihood. It is very difficult to some youths, especially in some families. So that they are automatically, these youths are exhausted after the end of the working day, and in some time we can see also its impact on mental health and well-being also. Because of the COVID-19, it's identified a significant psychological impact of social distancing and quarantine measures on young people, causing stress, anxiety, and loneliness. Because of in most of these young group, they are interacting with the classmates or peer groups, or the teachers in the class, school or college day. They are interact with their and sharing some views or opinion to the particular group. During the pandemic or lockdown period, they could not be able to share their feelings, express an opinion. So due to all these reasons, the most of the youths, most of the people were having stress, anxiety, and loneliness, but youths are in particularly. So some research also found that the young adults, those who are 18 to 29, have experienced higher level of distress compared to the other age groups since the onset of the pandemic. And the COVID-19 pandemic poses a threat to young people's mental health by worsening existing problems and curtailing access to school-based mental health services. So that with the help of these aspects, we could see COVID-19 is negatively impact on women and girls' mental health and well-being in unequal manner. One of the study, especially these mental health, especially and well-being, is so significant concept because of the COVID-19 is negatively impact on their mental health, in the particularly girls and women's. and it also well-being is also come down. So that when we look at the global scenario, the global wealth well-being index ranking developed by the scholars now come to the out of 30 countries, India has placed 26th global youth well-being ranking. In the global ranking assessment, it has been formulated with the help of 6 indicators. With the help of the 6 indicators can be measuring youth well-being. And 6 are very important indicators. One is citizen participation. Second one is economic opportunity. One is citizen participation. Second indicator is economic opportunity. Third one is education. Fourth one indicator is health. Fifth one is ICT, information communication and communication technology, ICT. And the last one is, that is 6th one is safety, safety or security, safety measures. With the help of all these 6 indicators, scholars have been developed the youth well-being index ranking out of 30, especially during the 2018. India has placed 26. Australia has a toppest ranking position, the first place, followed Sweden, and the Nigeria has placed 30th, last one. So Russia has also better to our India. It placed in 25. And when we look at the index-wise well-being of youth, citizen participation is very significant. It has good position by youths in out of 30 countries. India placed 30 ranking, sorry, 3rd rank. And economic opportunity, 19th place, 19th place. And in education, 26, and health, 25 place, ITC, 28, and safety measures will place 19th. So based on these views, we can measuring youth well-being in 2018. But it when we compare with these 2018 to 2020, it has been calmed down. It need to study and to measure with the help of these youth well-being index, how its impact on COVID-19 in the particular group youths. It need to be studied. Many researchers will be carried out on this issue, maybe find out some solutions, or how it's with the help of such kind of the researchers may be possible to know how it's very the scenario will be, or the status will be identified in the future days. So that based on these views, when we considered India in particularly, the COVID-19 has been negatively impacts on mental health, especially in some young people are experiencing positive mental health impacts. Especially in some people, some youths are not so in positive. It may be in the negative attitude towards the pandemic. So all these aspects, with the help of all these aspects, we can try to know how youths are an vulnerable group. They were suffering as compared to other groups. They are less suffer, but we can say that they are also part of that. And now come to some measurements or measures for prevention of the COVID-19 in general. It is very need to prevent it, so that it is generally opined that prevention is better than cure based on view, so that some important measures will be adapted. Many expertise committee and WHO and other researchers give their suggestions based on these views. I would only put some important measures to be taken for prevention of coronavirus 19. It need to create awareness and isolation or quarantine and physical or social distancing strategy to protect from the risk of the infection, and should be wear mask, increasing immunity, practices of yoga, physical exercises and others, and to maintain self and community hygiene, and take vaccines and boost for increasing immunity. These are some measures to be need, and from time to time, the committee, especially expert committee, maybe suggested some measures to carry out for prevention of coronavirus. All these aspects are very essential to prevent the pandemic. COVID-19 is very essential. It is a big challenge to in nowadays. So it need to, with the help of all these measures, can be possible to reduce and also to free from the COVID-19 from the all age group of the globe or world society in larger way. So these aspects are very importantly considered. So now I will stop. If you have any doubt, any queries, any suggestions, it is kept for open discussion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. It was a nice presentations and very informative session, sir. So now it is time for interaction with the participants.
Yes.
So we request participants to ask any doubts or queries in the presentations. So please, one by one, ask the questions. So first, you can also post your queries in chat box. Otherwise, you directly unmute yourself and ask the questions. So now it is open for discussion.
Please, sir. ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಿ, ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ.
Sir.
Sir.
Sir, one question.
Sir.
How COVID-19 impact on women and girls' mental health, sir?
Sir,
particularly women and girls.
Women and girls.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. During the, especially ಈ pandemic ಸಂದರ್ಭದೊಳಗ ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲೇ ಬಹುತೇಕ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮತ್ತು ಗರ್ಲ್ಸು ಕೂಡ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಪುರುಷ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಸಮಾಜ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸಾಂಪ್ರದಾಯಿಕ ಉದ್ಯೋಗಗಳಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಡಿಗೆ ತಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಮನೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛಗೊಳಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮನೆ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ಫೋರ್ಸಿಬಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹಚ್ಚುವಂತಹದ್ದು. ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಆ ಮಹಿಳೆ ದೈಹಿಕವಾಗಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಶ್ರಮ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವರ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಬೇಡಿಕೆಗಳಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರ ಅಗತ್ಯತೆಗಳನ್ನ, ಅವರ ಅಡಿಗೆ, ಟಿಫಿನ್, ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಭೋಜನದ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಐಟಮ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಹಿಳೆಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಯದ ಭಾರ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿರುವಂತದನ್ನ ಕಾಣ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಅವಳು ದೈಹಿಕವಾಗಿ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇರುವುದರಿಂದ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಕೆಲ ಮಹಿಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಆ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಯಿಂದಾಗಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ದೈಹಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಕೆಲವು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಕುಟುಂಬದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವುದರಿಂದ ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಲವು ಉದ್ಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಇತರೆ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಪುನಃ ತಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರುವುದರಿಂದ ಆ ರೀತಿಯ ಒತ್ತಡ ದೈಹಿಕವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿ ಆ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೀರುವುದರಿಂದ ಅವಳು ಈ ಅನೇಕ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೆಂಟಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಸೈಕಾಲಜಿ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಾಣ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಪರಿಗಣಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಇದು ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನು ಅಥವಾ ಈ ವೇವ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವೇವ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ವೇವ್, ಇನ್ನು ಫೋರ್ತ್ ವೇವ್, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಳಗ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ರೂರಲ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಒಳಗ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳು ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಕರಣಗಳು ಕಾಣ್ತೇವೆ. ಇತ್ತೀಚಿನ ಒಂದು ಡೇಟಾ ಕೂಡ ಬಹುಶಃ ತಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಧಾರವಾಡ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯೊಳಗ ಸುಮಾರು 21 ಪ್ರಕರಣಗಳು, ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಪ್ರಕರಣಗಳು ಬೆಳಕಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿವೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ ಅವಧಿಯೊಳಗ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಕಂಡು ಬಂತು. ಇದು ಅಧಿಕೃತವಾದಂತ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವುಮೆನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಅದು ಔಪಚಾರಿಕವಾದಂತಹ ದಾಖಲೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳಿದು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಹಾಗೆ ದಾಖಲೆ ಆಗದೇ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅನೇಕ ಪ್ರಕರಣಗಳು ಈ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕರಣಗಳು ನಮಗೆ ವರದಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಅಂದಾಜು ಇದೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಉದಾಹರಣೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದರೆ ನಾವು ರಾಜ್ಯದ, ದೇಶದ ಮತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಆ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಮದುವೆ ಒತ್ತಡ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಕೆಲಸ, ತಾಯಿಗೆ ತನ್ನ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಮಹಿಳೆಗೆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಾಯಕವಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ, ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವು ಬಡ ಕುಟುಂಬಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ತಂದೆ ಅಥವಾ ತಾಯಿಯ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅಂತಹ ನಿದರ್ಶನಗಳಿಂದ ಅವರು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ರು ಅವರ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಪರಿಣಾಮವನ್ನ, ನಕಾರಾತ್ಮಕ ಪರಿಣಾಮವನ್ನ ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಗಮನಿಸ್ತೇವೆ.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, any other have queries?
Sir, one more question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When we take into consideration the youth,
yes,
the age group of the students who are studying in the UG and PG, it will be from 18 to 21 or 22 years.
Yes.
So because of this pandemic, in learning process of this youth,
Yes.
in learning process of the youth, for traditional programs, they can at least read the books and they can understand little by repeatedly reading. But what about the subjects like science and commerce, where the practical aspects are there? How this pandemic has been affected this class of the group of the youth?
Sir, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Especially UG and PG ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ ಕೇಳಿದಂತೆ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, BSc, MSc, MCA ಮೊದಲಾದಂಥ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಈ ಥರದ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಕೆಲವು ಕಾಲೇಜು ಮತ್ತು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವಿಭಾಗಗಳು ಥ್ರೂ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೆಲವು ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮೋಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ತಲುಪಿಸುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇವೆ. ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇವಲ ಥಿಯರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಈಗೇನು ಥಿಯರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಏನದಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೆಲವು ವಿಭಾಗಗಳು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇವೆ. ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನು ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ 1-to-1 ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಏನದಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಥಿಯರಿ ಫೇಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅದಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯೊಳಗ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂತ್ಸ್ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ UG and PG ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಜ್ಯುಯೇಟ್ಸ್ ಏನದಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪರ್ಯಾಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಮಾರ್ಗಗಳನ್ನ ಅನುಸರಿಸುವಂತಹ ದಿಶೆಯೊಳಗ ನಾವು ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟೈಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಇರ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ದಿಶೆಯೊಳಗ ಚಿಂತನೆಗಳು ನಡೆದಿವೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಮಾಡೆಲ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಂತಹ ಸಂದಿಗ್ಧ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯೊಳಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅದರ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನ, ಅದರ ಕೆಲವು ಪ್ರಾಯೋಗಿಕ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಅನುಭವವನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷಿತ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗದೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಲಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ನನ್ನ ಭಾವನೆ ಸರ್.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now, so any more questions, participants? So we can post also your questions in chat box also. Sir, almost now ivaga COVID-19 ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. But to look at the rural area, so ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ದೇಶದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆ ನಿಂತಿರೋದ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನಮಾನಗಳ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಏನು ನಾವು ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಂದ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಉಳಿದ ಟೈಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯ ರೈತರ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇವಾಗ ಕೃಷಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ತೊಡಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೊ ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಮಾನಗಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಬೀರುತ್ತಾ ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೊ ರೂರಲ್ ಮೈಗ್ರೇಷನ್, ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಮೈಗ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ರೂರಲ್ ಟು ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಉಳಿದ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕೃಷಿ ತೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು? ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್. ಸರ್, ಈಗ ಏನು ಈಗ ಪೆಂಡಮಿಕ್ ನಿಂದ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಏನು ನಾವು ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಈಗೇನು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಾನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂತ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಏನು ತೊಡಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದು ಈಗಿನ ಸಂದರ್ಭಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವು ಆ ಕೌಟುಂಬಿಕ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಆಧರಿಸಿ ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಮನೋಭಾವನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಲಕರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದು ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಕೂಡ, ನಾವು ಅನೇಕ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚಿಸಿದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಒಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಕೆಲವರು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಗದ್ದೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭತ್ತ ಕೊಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಗಂಗಾವತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಬ್ಬಿಗೆ ನೀರು ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಕೆಲವು ತಮ್ಮ ಅನುಭವಗಳನ್ನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲಸದ ಅನುಭವಗಳನ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ತಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಾಣ್ತೇವೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡೂ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಅವಲೋಕಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇಂಥ ಅನುಭವಗಳಿಂದ ನಾವು ಗಮನಿಸುವುದೇನೆಂದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಕಿನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವೇ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನಮಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕಲಿಕೆಗೆ ಒಲವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಕರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಕರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ಎರಡನ್ನ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಕರಿಸಿ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಥವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಒಂದು ಅನುಭವದಲ್ಲಿ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಆ ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಒತ್ತು ಕೊಡು, ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗುವುದರಿಂದ ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿತ್ವದ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಈ ಅಂಶವನ್ನ ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತವೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 3 ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ನಾವೇನದ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ನಲ್ಲೇ ಈಗೇನು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ NEP ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಈಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡದ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದೇ ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ವರ್ಷದೊಳಗ ಬಹುಶಃ ಕೆಲವು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯಗಳು ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ತಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿವೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಅದರೊಳಗ 40-60 ಅಂತದ. 40-60 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 60% ಈಸ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗು, ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗು, 40% ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಔಟ್ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ನೊಳಗ ಆ ತರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಬಹುಶಃ ಈ ಪೆಂಡಾಮಿಕ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ NEP ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಈಗೇನು ನಾವು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅದಲ್ಲ, ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ ಏನೋ ಅನಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 60% ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್, 40% ಏನು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಏನದಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ಈ ಒಂದು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಸುಮಾರು 1 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅದು ಅದರ ಕಾನ್ಸಿಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಿಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ನೀವು ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಬಟ್ ಏನು ದಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನದೊಳಗೆ ನಾವು ತಯಾರಾಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಏನದಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ದಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಕ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಕೇಳೋಕೆ ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಬಹುಶಃ ಈ ಪೆಂಡಾಮಿಕ್ ದಿಂದ ಏನು ಹೊಸ ಕಲಿಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಅವರನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಲಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಕ್ರಿಯಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಅವರ ಕಲಿಕಾ ಮಟ್ಟವನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕನ್ನುವಂತ ಚಿಂತನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ including teachers, state, parents and government and those who are expertise in educational system ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಂಘಿಕವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ಅದರ ಪರಿಣಾಮವನ್ನ ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಮಟ್ಟವನ್ನ ಉನ್ನತೀಕರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಸೊ hello
sir.
So hello participants, you have any questions? Okay, thank you sir. It was the nice interaction. So you cleared all our queries. Now it is time to presidential remarks. So I would like to call Professor Maruti Dombar sir, the principal of SVS Bellubi College, Saudatti. Sir, please present presidential remarks.
Okay, thank you. Respected resource person of today's session, Dr. Hanmegowda sir, and my respected colleagues, and also my student friends and other members who have joined this webinar on COVID-19 pandemic impact on the youth. Yes, it is the very important joined this particular session. So therefore, as we all know, it is the crucial time for the youths. Actually, they want to make a career of their own, but this pandemic has been affected a lot, especially this particular group of the students, youths who are going to be the backbone of our next generation of our country, who can carry the country to the heights of the coming years. And surely the academicians like us and the policy makers can think of this creating some bridge courses like after this particular session, even though if they complete their program, those who are in final year, for them and for the second year students also, some bridge courses, if they are going to be conducted, definitely these youths can come over from that weaknesses what they may face in appearing for any examinations which they are going to be facing after completion of their graduation and post-graduation. So therefore, I request sir also to have one panel discussion of experts, because being a sociology and economics and commerce faculty members can have this particular session, and thereby we can frame the guidelines for how these students can be recovering their shortages, what they have been faced in this pandemic. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಪಡಿಬಹುದು, ಬೇರೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗಳ ಮುಖಾಂತರವಾಗಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಥವಾ ಎಂಡ್ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ, ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯದ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾಳೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಅಂಕಗಳನ್ನು ಗಳಿಸಿ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಟಾಪ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತೊಂದರೆಗಳೇ ಆಗ್ತಾವ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಅನುಭವ ಅಥವಾ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ. ಅದರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಂಡಮಿಕ್, ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಂಡಮಿಕ್, at least we can frame some guidelines and recommend to the government, recommend to the higher education board, so that they can think of giving some minimum 1 month to 3 months that bridge course for these students. So I am very much thankful to listen to you, sir. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now it is conclude the express the word of thanks. So now I call Dr. Arundhati F. Badami, Associate Professor, Department of Kannada. Madam, please express your word of thanks. So Badami madam, over to you.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ. ಈ ದಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ IQAC ಹಾಗೂ ಸಮಾಜಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಸಹಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯೋಜಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ದಿನದ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಂತರ್ಜಾಲ ವಿಚಾರ ಸಂಕಿರಣ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ಜರುಗಿತು. ಈ ವಿಚಾರ ಸಂಕಿರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ COVID-19 ಪ್ಯಾಂಡಮಿಕ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಯೂತ್ ಎಂಬ ವಿಷಯದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ವಿದ್ವತ್ಪೂರ್ಣ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನ ನೀಡಿದಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹನಮಗೌಡ ಸಿ, ಸಹಾಯಕ ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕರು, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಧಾರವಾಡ, ಇವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಪ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ಪರವಾಗಿ, IQAC ಹಾಗೂ ಸಮಾಜಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕರು ಮತ್ತು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಬಳಗದ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ.
Thank you. Thank you.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಈ ವಿಚಾರ ಸಂಕಿರಣದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯ ಪ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯರಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ NR ಸೌತಿಕರ್ ಇವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ವಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಶ್ರಾವ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದಂತಹ ಕುಮಾರಿ ಸೌಮ್ಯ ಪರದೇಶಿ ಇವರಿಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಆತ್ಮೀಯವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ವಿಜಯ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಮೀಶಿ ಇವರಿಗೂ, ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎನ್.ಎ. ಕೌಜಗೇರಿ ಇವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಈ ವಿಚಾರ ಸಂಕಿರಣದ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಗೆ ಕಾರಣೀಕರ್ತರಾದಂತಹ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಹಾಗೂ ಮಹಾವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯಗಳಿಂದ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಉತ್ಸಾಹದಿಂದ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ಬಳಗಕ್ಕೂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, madam. So, one announcement here. So, feedback link ಅನ್ನ WhatsApp group ಗೆ ನಾವು paste ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. So, already chat box ಅಲ್ಲಿ paste ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. So, you can get your certificate from fill the feedback form. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.